Welcome back to Match Analysis. We're going to be hopping into the Freak Show 2v2 that Slayer and Black Lives Matter host. And here we've got FullAuto and Curbo versus Turkey and PlusFrames. Character-wise, I believe it's going to be Sindel and Cabal, and Turkey plays Kodo, and I don't remember actually who PlusFrames ends up playing. So we'll find out as we get through this. Out of the gate, though, we see Sindel here. Oh, yeah, PlusFrames is playing Fujin. Okay, so we got Fujin versus Sindel. And this is the grand finals here of this event as well. So this is deep into the bracket. I believe the 2v2 is single elimination, though. So there are some caveats to it, but this is grand finals here. And I love this opening here from PlusFrames. Fujin is one of the characters that is privileged with a basically half-screen normal, and using this wind here at the start, particularly against a character that is notorious for backing away. You can even see the first thing that FullAuto is doing is he's backing up. He wants to back up here, and I believe, let me look at the variations here real quick actually. Can we see them? I don't remember how they have it. So he's got that low star screamer here, right? So part of the reason that FullAuto was looking to back away is because he wants to get his zoning game on. He wants to get that low star screamer out there. He wants to become a nuisance. We'll see if that ends up being part of the game plan, but right away, FullAuto tries to back away, and PlusFrames is like, nope, I got that backdraft right behind you. Half screen normal, bring in the wind, and he's gonna start to interrupt that, and that's gonna be problematic. It's gonna mean that FullAuto's gonna have to get to full screen if he wants to be able to get away with any kind of zoning. Alright, so right there off the start, but man, that air banshee move, that move is so good. Again, throwing that banshee move out there. I'm actually surprised here. I like the idea from PlusFrames to go for the low slide, because this move right here, it's punishable. And you see, but the pushback on it, like this is quite the chasm to cross here if you're gonna open your opponent up. So he tries to get in there with one of the best moves for doing so is the low. Doesn't find the connection, but because he's canceling into the Skywalker, he's just out of there. So he's able to kind of go into the Skywalker and not worry about it. This movement from Fujin as well. Fujin's one of these characters that has incredibly strong movement, so you're going to likely see PlusFrames kind of all over the screen, on the ground and in the sky. Very rapid movement here, where Sindel's going to be a little bit more deliberate in her movement, right? She's not going to be leaping all over the place and dashing back and forth and such as much. Just for the overhead. Low blast, not going to connect, and there it is. Tries to catch him with that backdraft again. Doesn't quite get the connection, and now PlusFrames is running out of health. The hair flip closes it out. That hair flip is really good too. I think because it's got a crushing blow on it, it's an overhead, you can use it from the ground in the air. It's definitely one of her better abilities. Not surprised to see FullAuto using it.
Oh, don't even try to wake up button.
Dude, that's the other thing too. For me personally, even if you lose the first round, if you get the Sindel Scream Crushing Blow out of the way in the first round, it just makes the rest of the set feel that much better. Because once they've already got a round and then they hit you with that Scream Crushing Blow, like, this is going to be huge momentum. So it feels for me, like if I get that Scream Crushing Blow off the table, even if I lose the round in that first one, it feels so much better because you can progress through the fight not worrying about it. Here we see it spent in the second round, though, close enough for the double combo, and no breakaway over here. So he's just got to hold that full 36%. Really strong damage, and he only spent a bar. Maybe he spent two. I don't think he did, though. I don't remember anymore. There's the punish. But the life lead here, you know, FullAuto's willing to take the risk of doing that hair flip on block because look at this life lead. I mean, he hasn't been touched. This life bar is so healthy. So he's going to go in. He's going to see what happens. He'll go for it. Poke into flip. Why not? Well, here's why not. This kind of shit happens. 28%, not bad. That was an uh-oh, though. So I don't know if FullAuto was trying to be fancy, or if he just had the idea that going for the armor on the get up here would work out. Because the get up attack, or the interactable as the get up, is not an awful idea if you're going to armor it. But if people jump, particularly on an interactable that hits fucking low, like she's swinging down here, and Fujin's way the fuck up here, like, good luck. I don't know how that's going to work out. I mean, I guess we know how it's going to work out. You're going to get hit in the back. And now, because that interactable costs defensive meter to activate, this is guaranteed damage. PlusFrames is going to cash out here as well. He's going to go straight into the Fatal Blow, trying to take as much life as he can. Now, one thing that he does do here, though, is he also puts FullAuto in Fatal Blow territory himself. So now, one more hit, and FullAuto can close the game out. Speaking of one more hit, though, PlusFrames, same opportunity available to him, and that backdraft that we were talking about at the beginning of the game ends up coming back here, able to catch his opponent at about half screen here. I mean, like, look at this distance. This is a distance where, against almost every other character in the game, you feel comfortable. You say to yourself, he can't hurt me. This is a safe zone. This is a safe space. No one can touch me. Not Fujin. He's going to bring the wind. You've also got a handful of characters like Sub-Zero Slide is just too quick to really deal with. Noob Saibot can kind of pester you at these ranges as well. But a lot of the characters, if they do have an offensive tool that kind of hurts you at these longer distances, it's a projectile that you can see coming. But Fujin is on the list of characters with a very quick kind of, oh, what the fuck was that? And he's caught you. And because of the build that PlusFrames got, he converts it into damage, real damage, and takes the round.
Go, please. Go, please. We're not dining in today. We're not dining in.
Alright, so you see him looking at that. Look at that. Much more of that backdraft coming out again. He sees the value of this move. That's one. That's two. He's just trying to throw it out over and over again because he's starting to realize, hey, this move has been powerful here. I think Fujin players are realizing as well. There he just got interrupted doing it as well. There it is again, not giving up the fight to just get that backdraft out there. The coverage that that move provides is something that cannot be overlooked. It just can't. Look at that. The restand off of that. 28% into a restand is really, really strong. Nice throw here, though, from FullAuto. Sends him back into the corner, and because of the build that FullAuto has, he actually has a mix-up here. It's a twice mix-up as well. He's got the overhead hair flip. So right here, is it going to be this low right here, or is it going to be the overhead hair flip? That's the question that a lot of players have to ask themselves. PlusFrames says, low kick. He guessed right. Congratulations. But your prize for guessing right is a second guess. Will it be the overhead that ends the string, or perhaps a low star scream? He guessed overhead. There's the low star scream. Get fucked. Like, the build that FullAuto has brought to the table here gives his character mix-ups all over the place. And in part, because he's got a low special and an overhead special, he basically can mix at will.
He said I want to sit and enjoy my meal.
So pressure in the corner, catches him on the air-to-air. Fatal Blow range, but already spent it for that comeback last round. So PlusFrames going to have to do this one honestly. Low Star Scream comes out. There's that backdraft again. It does look like FullAuto starting to adjust, though. But here we go. Damage time, and the game fucks him. That's what happened there. So he gets the hit. A crucial hit. Does the Dancy-Roo in the Tornado. And I can't actually see where Fujin is. There is no sign of his head even down here. And this is the bottom of the video. It's not like cut off from the stream or whatever. This is the bottom. I don't know where Fujin's at. Now I can kind of tell where Fujin is. So if we look here, this is Fujin's shoulder. I would assume that this is his head. That looks like a ponytail. It looks like they may have briefly conducted some sort of sex act here in front of everyone. But immediately afterward, he's done. She falls to the other side. He kicks the wrong fucking way. So she was falling in front of him, it looked like. But then she just falls behind him. So PlusFrames kicks the wrong fucking way. That is awful. And then now it's back to trying to make the comeback again. He had no defensive, or he had lost the defensive bar. Trying to fly all over the place and figure something out. I think in some cases that was frustration kicking in a little bit as well. Like, part of the reason that he decided to fly to the other side of the screen all the way is because he was just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I didn't know what to do. So the character kicks the wrong way, but that's another one of those. We talked about it in the previous one, where you just have to, when you lose like that, when it's that close, if you are on the receiving end of that defeat, you have to tell yourself, it was that close that time. Next time it won't be that close. Like I was this close to getting him. Next time I'm gonna get him for real. So you have to really take confidence that you even pushed him that close to the edge. You know, you didn't get stomped. That's key. So I actually don't know the full format here. I assume that they at least play a first to 2. This is the grand finals though, so there could be some extra games in this as well.
Yo, shout out to Dizzy for having the most light-skinned person haircut in life. Shout out to Dizzy.
And it is going to continue to be these two, so there's no swapping out or anything, at least not yet. And PlusFrames is going to stick it out here with Fujin. So continuing the Fujin run, which I think his Fujin was close. I mean, that's the thing, right? He was close. He almost got the victory there. And part of when you tell yourself, that was close, I almost did it, I can do it next time, you can't switch characters on those. I think that's also a key. You cannot switch characters.
Dizzy leaves. I'm subbing him today.
Man, these little facts that Crimson Shadow brings up are really cool.
Ooh, the conversion.
Nice little conversion there from PlusFrames, and here we go back into this. Oh, the scream cancel there. So now he's got the mix-up, but then you pair that with the scream cancel ability as well, and it becomes really, really tough. Look at their variation names as well. You got the last Hairbender versus the Airbender. Man, you guys are on the same wavelength in terms of naming. Alright, tries to find the opening. There he does find the opening, and this is going to be full damage here. And Fujin gets great damage. That's a bar. 29% isn't insane numbers, but it's a restand as well. And I think that's something you really have to make sure you keep in consideration, is that he's getting that much into a restand, so that means he gets to keep his pressure. He doesn't have to worry about the get-up system that's in this game, and this game's get-up system is crazy. Like, the get-up system in this game is arguably one of the most ambiguous that they've ever put out. There are so many diverse options compared to previous games, just so many.
The down ones are cotton.
Ooh, caught him with the mid there, just barely. But I believe that the Scream KB was still on the table. So if FullAuto would have caught him there, he could have robbed him. And I think that that's something that you always have to consider when you're fighting Sindel, is that when that Scream KB is on the table, at any moment, she can turn the whole thing around. At minimum, momentum-wise. And in that particular case, he didn't have the health to survive that. I mean, if she's got Fatal Blow, that's 50% sometimes. Alright, catches him with the hair flip. Right now the life lead shifting over to FullAuto. A lot of aggression here though. So we don't see FullAuto despite having that low star scream. He's not necessarily heavily leaning on that, right? As soon as I say that, he does use it a bit more, but he's not all about it. He's been willing to get in and seen the cartwheel kick to close the gap. But I think it's partially because he knows that Fujin's a character that can get around that if you get too predictable, right? That Skywalker, he's going to fly right over it. Look at this pickup in damage here for PlusFrames though. Makes his way in, the cancel, and here we go. Conversion off the kick, and he's just going to go straight into the Fatal Blow. Doesn't want to give FullAuto any opportunities to fall out. He saw what happened before with the combo as well, and he knows he's got the damage, right? He's got the damage, he's got the round, no games, just take it. And that's exactly what he does. So he ties it up, 1-1. So I'm not 100% clear on how the grand finals work here. We'll find out, I guess, in a moment. I don't know if it's first to 2 or first to 3, and of course, there's 2 lives on here. So Turkey and Curbo both still alive on both teams as well in the back. So there is still some road ahead, but I'm liking the back and forth here between these players, and this is a great set right now. Like, Fujin's able to control certain areas of the screen where Sindel typically feels comfortable, but not all of them. And Sindel is still able to kind of hold her own. If Sindel is, for example, at that cartwheel kick range. She's one of the characters that can, in some ways, contest that backdraft that Fujin has, right? So Fujin's calling that wind at about a half screen, but if Curbo or if FullAuto is just a little bit closer than that,
I didn't make it sound like that.
that cartwheel then becomes a threat on the other end, and it's going to move out of the way sometimes of the wind if he does the too far one. So that's a character that is able to challenge that if you make the right reads and the right timings on it. Man, that low immediate breakaway though from FullAuto.
Sus frames, MTL sus frames, bro. That's what happens when you get on screen.
All right. Back and forth. Ooh, the air trade. Not going to be able to get any kind of conversion there. And that is a big whiff from PlusFrames. PlusFrames tries to swing with the wind, and he caught him with it on block. But because that move has such crazy range, actually ends up whiffing on the pull tornado thing that he has, which is safe on block. But that's not block. That's a whiff.
Yeah, nice.
Out here for days.
All right, makes his way in.
What the?
Lots of low Starscream here as well, and FullAuto has the life lead. He doesn't have any heavy incentive to get in, so he's going to feel comfortable just kind of hanging back. You have to come to me. That's what he's saying right now. Look at that trade, the distance here from Fujin. Like, this is how far away they are, and Fujin has a normal that covers that range. This is a normal, and it's hitting her from here to here. That move is so good.
Oh my goodness.
And there it is, cartwheel kick over and over here from FullAuto. He claims round one. Although, I mean, I feel like we've seen this before. You know, FullAuto has been able to take the rounds, and PlusFrames still answers back. Although I want to say PlusFrames' game victory was actually a 2-round round, so we'll see if he can do it. All right, forces the breakaway again, similar fashion as well. Same spot in the combo there, where neither player is able to get a really heavy advantage on the other one. Haven't seen any breakaways that are particularly timed to allow a punish, for example, which does happen for some characters. That time PlusFrames' combo a little short there. Missed the restand as well.
Like, I know
216 damage for that one. That was a little low. Oh, there's the backdraft, and this time the string catches the full thing. Charging to Scream at full screen. Not going to really be a fear here for PlusFrames. And PlusFrames has the life lead. He doesn't need to go in. Nothing is compelling him to close that gap. He needs to look out, though, for flaw or fatal blow. Doesn't spend the meter. I wonder if that's going to haunt him here. Overhead catches. He's dead. Man, so right here, he doesn't spend the meter. He saves his meter, and if you look at his meter, it's all there. Not a lot of incentive to keep all of it. One thing could be said, though. He might not have been confident that it was going to connect. So if, for example, FullAuto hits the ground too early before the Amplify hits, then he gets caught and whiff punished. Maybe that's what he was concerned about. But nonetheless, he doesn't spend the meter, so he doesn't get the kill. And then the overhead connects here, and it's an immediate hit confirmed from FullAuto. And the damage, I mean, I think this hits in the 40s. Maybe it's mid-30s, but I believe that this final hit brings it into the 40s. Okay, it's just shy of 40%, and there were shields there to make it that way. So, I mean, overhead confirmed, 40%, you're done. Like, it's such a huge chunk. And that lets FullAuto take the lead here. I don't know if that means Turkey's taken off the board. This is, like I said, grand finals of this 2v2 event. I believe in typically throughout pools, it is you would be done after 2, right? You would lose your life. But because it's grand finals, I believe they go to 3. Yeah, so PlusFrames still making a stand here.
Jonathan Cage?
Saving grace? We found out Jonathan's making an appearance on the set.
PlusFrames is making a switch up, though, character-wise. So this time he is going with Johnny Cage here. His Fujin's been strong, but I don't know how long he's been playing Fujin. I think PlusFrames is probably the player in this particular event that I'm the least familiar with. So I don't really know how long he's been really putting in with Fujin, if he's been a diehard Fujin player for a while, but I will say that Fujin is a player or a character that does take a lot of time. So you do have to really put a lot of work into that character in order to get those incredible results that we've seen some players like Hayate obtain. And I don't know if PlusFrames has all of that work done quite yet. So he does make the switch here into Johnny Cage. I like the purple grips though. And FullAuto, of course, can be sticking with what we've seen from him the whole set. Immediately going for that armor break move. I'm curious if part of the mindset behind that is that FullAuto's been quick to break all the time. So hitting him with that armor break move right there would have potentially caught him. Granted, it looked like there wasn't a lot of time on that launcher for it to even like do that. You know what I mean? Like he got hit when he was airborne so quickly that I don't even know if there was enough time for him to even break. But nonetheless, dude, there was no way he was getting out of that damage. That was guaranteed. And lots of star screen here from FullAuto. He's got a character that now he's not dealing with a character that can run across the screen. In fact, he's dealing with a character that doesn't have wind that goes half screen as well. And he's able to freely get away with a lot more of the zoning. So you'll see here that FullAuto, now that Johnny is on the screen, a lot more running away, a lot more zoning, far less of the aggression that we saw when he was up against Fuji. And here he's actually able to get I mean, he's got PlusFrames so frustrated in trying to get in that he'll actually get the timing to charge the screen long enough to get the combo. And there we go. FullAuto 1 round away here, I believe, from sending PlusFrames off the island right now. And there it is again, a lot more of that zoning, a lot more willingness to throw projectiles out because he's playing against a character that doesn't have the same answers that Fujin did. Alright, here's some decent damage though. Now nowhere left to run, of course, except for out of the corner. And that roll, PlusFrames a little bit too aggressive there. And FullAuto spends his meter to get out. Wow, look at this. Overhead after overhead after overhead. I think that's like 4 of them there. How many do we got? We got 1. We got 2. We got 3. Poke into a 4th one. 4 of those overheads there from FullAuto. PlusFrames blocking one finally there at the end. And right back to the zoning here. Life bars are fairly even here though, so PlusFrames not out of this by any means. And I believe that he has the Johnny stuff to do big damage off of Fatal Blow Cancels. Not going to get a chance though. The Scream Crushing Blow wasn't gone yet. And there we go. FullAuto is going to take care of him. Brutality as well. That is so dirty. So FullAuto takes it over Curbo, and that means that FullAuto, or not over Curbo, over PlusFrames. So PlusFrames is gone. He's dead on the team. Turkey is all that remains, and Turkey is going to be in here to fight. I believe he fights FullAuto. I don't actually know if Curbo fights him or FullAuto fights him, but we're going to find out in a moment here. I'm going to grab a water real quick as well while they arrange the players.
Like, I have to have on the vibration on my controller, and I have to have on the game sound. I can't play without that. And do you play with vibration too?
Yeah. Except, like, when I'm really grinding, I'll take the rumbles out of my controller so it's, like, a bit lighter. But it's hella, like, dude, so for hit confirm and everything, like, for a lot of stuff, you gotta have those rumbles on.
Alright, Turkey. He's literally the last one.
Dude, this is
you don't need sound? Oh, weird.
He's on the last leg of the tournament for his team right now. This is it. Lose the set, over.
Alright, so we do have Turkey here, and looking at the variations, I think that's the first thing that we need to take a look at here as we move into this game, is what are they rocking? We are seeing the same variation build here from FullAuto, where he's got access to that mix-up in the form of overhead whip flip and low star screamer, and then the air banshee barrage, which can be amplified to combo extend, so not a bad pickup, and allows him to make his air approach sometimes dangerous to deal with. Yo, no way. We got Slayer coming through with the party while I'm doing some Freak Show match analysis. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Slayer running the 2v2 Freak Show over there. Of course, if you guys enjoy the matches here, make sure you catch them live with Slayer, as him and Black Lives Matter are bringing the hype over there with an incredibly fun event for everybody. And I'm really enjoying taking a look at these matches right now. I believe this is the grand finals from the most recent one because of how often you guys do it. And we just saw PlusFrames fall to FullAuto, and we got Turkey up next. He's busting out Kotal Khan here, though. And he's got the Khan cut, so he's got combo extension. He's got Grand Discus for PlusFrames. And then he's got the command grab to open people up. That means tick throws. It's also good for combo enders. So interesting build here from Turkey, and we're going to see how it fares up against FullAuto.
Y'all reach.
I really appreciate the raid, though, Slayer. Thank you so much. Hope you had a good stream. And of course, make sure you guys get signed up for the 2v2 if you guys want to participate in this awesome event. So there we go. Right out of the gate, Turkey is immediately, he's stepping in with this mid, and he's going straight into this now jailing Grand Discus. So he's immediately going for the PlusFrames here. FullAuto gets caught by it, but I think a lot of Kotal players don't necessarily care. Either I get PlusFrames or I get damage. It's not a lot of damage and ends up kind of throwing your opponent to the other side of the screen, but Turkey actually takes that opportunity to set up a stun. And now it's up to FullAuto. How is FullAuto going to deal with this? A lot of star screams coming out here.
I'm reaching, dude. Alright, Turkey.
Ooh, there we go. Command grab coming through here. Doesn't have the... Or no, did he have the meter to amplify? I don't think he had the meter. Alright, well, whatever. I think this is, though, of course, is where Kotal Khan is going to be excelling, right? If he's got you locked down in the corner. Although, immediately, as soon as I'm saying that, Turkey looks to back up, and there we go. Screen crushing blow. I was saying in the previous game, though, with PlusFrames, that if you can get that screen crushing blow out of the way in round 1, even if you lose the round, knowing the screen crushing blow is gone, oh man, it's such a warm feeling. And Turkey, he's even got the life lead here, right? He's playing a character that can be incredibly tough to crack open. And even with that screen crushing blow, Turkey's actually looking quite healthy here. There we go. Another command grab, drinking that blood. Delicious Kool-Aid. And straight back into the corner.
He could probably sunlight up.
I like the way that FullAuto kind of ran away there. But the problem with him running away, or with him getting out of the corner, I mean, I guess he didn't, I mean, it wasn't a good idea to stay in the corner no matter what. But ultimately what ends up happening here is, despite the fact that he gets out of the corner, he's still in a situation where he doesn't have the life to sustain running away. And even if he were to exclusively shoot star screams, and even if Turkey just sat there and blocked every single one of them, he's only got 23 seconds left. So he doesn't have the time to chip his way through Turkey. He has to get in there. And because he's got to get in, he's just going to end up getting caught in the process, right? This is not going to work. He tries to move in, be a little more different with his approach, and Turkey catches him. That looked like a standing 4, though. Maybe he was going for a hair flip, though. But ultimately, zoning was not going to be the approach to get the victory there for him.
But then again, the type of characters who you can, if you...
Man, he tries to mix it up. Tries to be crafty there. Empty jump, going straight into the hair flip. But Turkey, he's too strong. And he sees that shit coming, blocks it, and he's got a full punish coming. And it's a counter hit crushing blow. So he's going to get a full big boy launcher here. Forces the breakaway, rather deep in the combo, though. And FullAuto not going to get any punish out of it. Here's that mix-up, though, that he has. We saw PlusFrames fall to it the same way. We've got the first step of the mix-up is, of course, the low here, which he can go into the overhead with if he wants to. And then, if he doesn't want, if you guess right there, bam, we've got an overhead or a low waiting for you at the end. And that is where FullAuto's been able to catch quite a few players here. I appreciate that, I Am the Night. Thank you so much. I've been trying. Dude, I love watching this shit, though. These players are so good that these matches deserve to be really dug into to see what makes them so incredible. They're so good at what they do. And there's all these little things that you don't necessarily pick up on just that initial viewing. But we've got the power of pause. You want to see that shit again? We can take another look.
Back grab, hold up, FullAuto, turning up the offense.
Nice little throw here. Life bars are somewhat even, but if you're talking about Kotal Khan and life bars, it feels like you've never got the life lead. Even from round 1 start, he's got 100 more health than you, right? So he's immediately got more health than you, and he can always find some crafty way to get it back. There's that big sword coming through again, and that constant attempt for the PlusFrames. Kotal Khan players, you're going to see it commonly. They're going to swing with this big sword that's going to go about half screen. And then if you block that shit, they're going to go into the disc. They don't care. They're going to take their plus frames or they're going to take their damage. They are happy with both. Cost him some meter to do it, but Kotal Khan's not a character that relies on his meter for combo extensions. Khan Cut, which is what the combo extender that Turkey's running, doesn't cost any meter. He gets this launcher faux free. The only thing he needs to spend meter on here is keeping the corner, but this damage he would have had regardless.
Hey, wait, FullAuto had meter to wake up too.
So there we see Turkey claiming game number 1. FullAuto had an answer for plus frames, but with Turkey on the field, things have just gotten that much more fierce. As like Turkey is such an incredible Kotal Khan player. He's so good. Thank you so much for the follow as well, Lidadon. Really appreciate that. Glad you're having fun.
He pulls this out, bro. This is a feat right here.
And Turkey, I mean, this is a 2v2 event though, and his teammate didn't do it. So if Turkey wins here, he's still got to deal with Curbo, right? So he's got an uphill struggle here. I don't actually recall what the exact end result of this is. So we are both in mystery territory here. I just made sure that the audio and everything was on this was good.
Clutch. That's the one thing. I feel like that's one thing a lot of players in this game.
I do think that Kotal is an incredibly strong character, though, and players like Turkey, players like Aztec, they are genuine testaments to how powerful this character is, and they both have had some really strong finishes as of late, too. I want to say that Aztec had a really good recent finish. I also want to say that the first week of the Pro Tour for EU, Omega K took Kotal to second place. Like, really good character here. Alright, so Turkey trying to work his way in here. He's in, and there's plus frames, and because he's got that command grab and the launcher equipped, it becomes this kind of mix-up of like, okay, is he going to tick throw me, or is he going to launch me maybe, or is he going to go for the plus frames? And all three of those options, you have to kind of commit to whichever one you think it's going to be. And you guess wrong, then you got to deal with it. And sometimes it's worse than others. If you guess right, though, oftentimes you can blow it up. Alright, pressure here, though. You see FullAuto going in, though, right? He's got Turkey locked down, and instead of running away, even when he's got him cornered, he tries to get in there and just keep the pressure going, because Kotal's not necessarily a character that you can afford to give space and try to chip out. When the life bars are even, he's gonna heal it back up and take that life lead back. Now he can afford to zone. He's got enough of a life lead, he can feel a little bit more comfortable. And a trade with a sun or something like that will actually kill. But when the life bars are even, it feels like a bad idea to try to zone Kotal, because he's going to close that gap, especially with that sword. Little poke war happening, and that is going to be FullAuto coming through. Oh shit, Slayer came through with the sub 2. Thank you so much, man. I didn't even notice that. God damn. Man, Slayer's awesome. Slayer puts on such a great show too. This tournament is so cool. This is the reason that me and Junk do the 2v2, is because Slayer and Black Lives Matter put on such an awesome event, and we saw how much fun everybody was having, and we're like, Xbox players need to be able to participate in this kind of stuff. Alright, zoning back and forth here. I mean, now when you look at the zoning approach, though, like, look at this. So here's where the life bars are now. FullAuto, you can't see the numbers on them, but the life bars, this is this, right? But because it's Kotal, he puts the sun up, and like, even with like the getting hit back and forth, he's still at the same amount of health basically. He didn't even take 10% of damage. This would have been the next hit. And meanwhile, through the blocking trades and whatever, she just barely has more health. Like, there's only 10% difference there. And now, Kotal's in. Like, trying to zone Kotal doesn't work. Now that life lead, well, I was about to say gone, but the drop on the combo there is tough. Ooh, caught him.
Oh, nice. He's just playing lame now.
And there it is again, dude. That sword, it goes so incredibly far. FullAuto feels comfortable with this life lead. He wants to do something. You can't exclusively walk backwards. If you're only walking backwards, your opponent's going to eventually catch on and do something. So you have to do something to temper their entrance, right? You have to give them some sort of obstacle to deal with. So FullAuto throws a scream out there, catches, not a counter hit though, and then he tried to jump. He tried to do something, and Turkey just closes the gap with that sword, and it goes so far. Look at how far he is, still able to get it, and the expert ability to confirm that he realizes he caught him out of the air, so he can't go into con cut. The gravity is going to be too heavy, so straight into the command grab just to guarantee the damage. Here's the plus frames, Theta Blow available there, and I don't know what that was. That honestly looked like a missed input there from FullAuto. FullAuto just randomly floats, and Turkey so quick to respond and kill him for it. So this should be the kill. Fatal Blow is going to close it out. Yeah, he's going to kill him there. Does send him out of the corner, but in that particular situation, it's one of those, I got to kill. I have to kill him. I cannot let him stay alive. So Turkey answers back, gets the kill. There's a scream. No crushing blow. I think he maybe already spent it. Yeah, we were saying we got to get it at Ribbon in the first round. I think he already spent it. Maybe not, though. He had already spent his forward 1 crushing blow, though, so. And the flawless blocks, nicely done by Turkey. Turkey, his defense is so strong. I think it's part of being a good Kodo player, though. You have to be able to have decent defense because your character is such a defensive powerhouse that forces people to really put in a lot of effort to cracking him open, and then you exploit that effort, right? They're getting too jump happy, they're getting too projectile happy, they're getting too throw happy, and then you can kind of take advantage of their over eagerness to try to find any kind of opening on you. Ooh, there it is, whiffs the throw. That was a 1-tick as well. Didn't even go for the 1-2. Plus frames, and there it is again. Kodo players do not care. You're gonna try to interrupt the discus, uninterruptible. I will take the hit or I will take it on block. Either way, in my favor. Pushes FullAuto to a deadly position here. Not a lot of life remaining, and the trade there gonna be in Turkey's favor. He now takes the lead up 2-0 over FullAuto.
Dude, this could be the sickest shit ever. We have Curbo versus Turkey for the grand finals.
For the champ?
No, we're not gonna count FullAuto out just yet.
So Turkey's got a good lead here. Curbo, of course, still lying in wait if he is able to get through FullAuto. But we'll see if Turkey can finish the job here. 1 game left now. And Turkey's been doing a good job of controlling the pace. And the other thing too is, you know, I've talked about it a lot, but I mean that's what we're doing here is talking about it. Is typically the Sindel strategy and the Sindel approach is kind of play the lane game, lame them out. You know, you can feel comfortable throwing a lot of star screams out there, throwing a lot of cartwheel kicks if they close the gap, because against most characters, Sindel actually has the advantage when she's sitting at those kind of further distances, right? Typically, Sindel's the only one that can hit you. But against Kodo Khan, he's got that sword that goes farther than the cartwheel kick. So now Kodo Khan controls the space. From like here all the way to here, Kodo Khan controls the space. On top of that, you try to zone him. Even if you're hitting him, if he gets a sun out, when you're zoning him, he'll typically just heal back that hit. So unless you have like a teleport or a combo starter from full screen, you're not going to get away with zoning him really either. So FullAuto is forced to have to play at ranges where he probably isn't typically comfortable, and Turkey's all sorts of comfortable. He is in there. Plus frames, he'll take that. Ooh. Interesting choice by FullAuto to go for the hair flip. Wouldn't have expected that. And the throw afterward, but I mean it's Kodo health, so he's still got the life lead here. Nicely done. Drink deep. Glug, glug, glug. Opts not to spend any meter on it either, but you see him there. After the throw, Oki-wise, he just kind of shimmies around here. What is my opponent going to do? I'm throwing him. I'm at this really healthy range for Kodo Khan, right? Forward 2 is great here. Even back 3, I think, or whatever, his other back 2. The other sword moves are great here. His kicks are not even that bad. He's at a decent range right here, and he just kind of shimmies around. Is he going to get up? No get up attack? Okay, well, if he's not going to get up, then let me get in there and swing that big dumb sword again. And there it is, back-to-back swords, plus frames to follow it. Ooh, it's just clipped, but I mean, it's clipped by the interactable. That could have been a lot worse, but it's just interactable, and that's going to be big. No breakaway to get out of this either. Turkey has the meter for the amplify, so he's going to send him back into the corner, and now it's set point. Well, not set point. I guess set point for full auto, but not set point for the 2v2. He still has to get through Curbo. PlusFrames. And that's that guessing game that's kind of mixed into there, right? He's got the command grab so he can tick throw into it. He can also launch, so you're more likely to block it. But if you block it, the string itself is plus. So you have to look out for a multitude of options, and it becomes just like a built-in guessing game that can be very difficult to deal with. There's a poke into another command grab, more meters spent, but just look at that, 20% for that command grab. And looking at the life deficit here now, about 30% here for full auto, and Turkey still sitting on 70% of that life bar. Now 50 though after that hit right there. And he had that screen crushing blow queued up. That's big. Life lead is now in full auto's favor, but fatal blow is also available. He's got to be careful. Tries to zone. Ooh, able to control the pace. Now you've got enough life lead. You can feel a little bit more confident. Uh-oh. Oh no, that was big. That was so scary. So the air barrage, as we all know, punishable. And if this string right here would have caught, he swung with forward one, it actually whiffed. So he wasn't able to catch him. But if that would have caught, it would have been lights out. That would have just been it. Because he would have gone into fatal blow and he would have ended the game. But full auto is able to stay alive there. That forward one just barely out of range. Alright, catches him with the overhead. Switches sides as well. Wants to give him as much room as he possibly can have to run. Who interrupts that? But there's the PlusFrames, the guessing game. It's always happening. Guess again, bitch! And there we go. No breakaway to get out of this either. I love this combo from Turkey as well. You know, typically it's difficult to get away with a con cut mid combo, but because of how he does it, and he only does one hit into it. He doesn't do the whole string. He does one hit into it, and it actually allows him to get the full damage of a down one into the command grab. 32% for that. Not bad at all.
Oh, now jump back.
And this is where you try to zone him. He's in the sun. He's already gotten the health back that you've done. The damage that you've done to him doesn't exist anymore. He's sitting on 80% health right now, or 70% health right now.
The whole chat is behind Turkey right now. Stand forward.
All right, overhead connects, rolls away. Life bars are even, but it's Kodal, so I mean it doesn't matter. Even with the life lead here, doesn't really matter. Because Kodal is one of the few characters that can deal with it. PlusFrames, still Kodal's turn. Turkey on the offensive. PlusFrames again. Full auto has gone to that interactable multiple times, and here it is. That's going to be the kill. Turkey closes it out. So 3-0 over full auto, but he's not done yet. He's merely evened the playing field as Curbolicious is still waiting. And we just saw Curbolicious previously fighting Koizi in the other match analysis. So, I mean, we know what Curbo's capable of. So, one player each is down. And it is now going to be the final first to three between these two. I believe there's no losers bracket here, so there's no bracket reset or anything like that. There's no, you know, team one is on winner side, team two. It's just winner takes all. So right now it is down to the final two between these two, Curbo and Turkey.
This is going to be such a good set.
Black Lives Matter's got the right idea. This is going to be such a good set. And the big thing, too, here is Turkey's coming off momentum. Turkey's just had 3 games in a row that he won to warm up, and Curbo, on the other hand, doesn't have anything to work with. Now let's take a quick look here at variations before we hop into this, though. So Curbo running the, as usual from Curbo lately, slight gas. That seems to be the big kind of talk of the town for Cabal. The air slide gas, super good. Everybody's been loving it, so not surprised to see Curbo running it. And he's got the hook grab, combo extension. Why wouldn't you want to do more damage? We see Turkey running the same variation. Thank you so much for the follow, Bookworm. Glad you're having fun checking out this match analysis here as we break down Slayer's 2v2 Freak Show, which is an incredible event. Make sure you guys are checking that out and participating. Grab a friend, grab an Ethernet cable, and get to knocking some skulls. Immediate damage here, though, from Curbo.
Oh no.
Oh, geez, weird punish.
Wait, is that combo?
Or weird drop.
You can do that? It's win.
All right.
Dancing too.
Oh, dude, look at how low to the ground Curbo is when he does this air slide gas. He's barely even in the air, but he's still just maintaining the pressure. It is so difficult to know when it's your turn against Curbo, which is why you see players looking to just keep Cabal away from me, because I don't want to deal with upgraded Cabal. It is too overwhelming. Right now, the pace a little slow, but Turkey being hesitant. He's not throwing anything crazy out. He doesn't want to give Curbo the opportunity. And the thing is that, you know, throwing a projectile at Curbo, typically the range where you don't want to throw a projectile is your normal jump range. But for Curbo, he can be like double that, jump into air slight gas, and then the huge range of his jump too, he can actually still catch you. Like, it's so good. It's so good. Turkey running out of health here.
He's frog running every down 3. Okay, Turkey.
All right, caught him. There we go. Drink up. Glug, glug, glug.
Gets in the bar.
Double available for both players, and there we go. Turkey immediately cashing it out. I love this from Turkey. This is the play that you have to go for as well. Curbolicious has, for the most part, had a lot of control here. He's been kind of dictating the pace because his character's faster and his character has better mobility. So if you put it back to neutral by letting him break out of that, or by maybe letting him get out of that combo, you know, neutral's been in Curbo's favor. So the fatal blow guarantees the victory and gives Turkey a bit of an advantage here. Immediate breakaway, which is what Curbo would want to do. We've seen that be Curbo's go-to approach as well. He's not playing with run cancels, so he doesn't need to save his defensive meter for anything, so he doesn't.
Damn, and he got scammed twice. No, he...
Dude, look at this. I bet this drop, honestly, this drop from Curbo feels on purpose. So he's going to go for the spin here. And this combo right here, when you go into spin, if you don't combo them afterward, if you don't hit them fast enough, it's actually a restand. Spin is a restand. They fall to the ground and they're able to block. They don't get a wake up though. There's no get up to deal with. And Turkey, he had meter to get up with. He had meter for up 3 and up 2. He had meter to roll, but Curbo doesn't want to deal with that. And additionally, now he's doing a jump kick point blank in your face. That's PlusFrames, and he just keeps pushing buttons afterward. So I think that was on purpose. And even if it wasn't on purpose, it's one of those situations where, like, this combo window timing is tight, and if I get it wrong, I still get this oppressive situation that's in my favor. So, sure, I'll go for this really hard-to-do combo. PlusFrames again. We've seen that be the go-to from Kodal. Not just Turkey, just Kodal in general. You're going to see a lot of Grand Discus. There it is again. PlusFrames. All about the PlusFrames. My turn all day. Tried to jump over that, but got caught. Turkey has a slight life lead here, but we've seen the damage numbers that Curbo is able to output. It is huge. There we go. And there's no armor break. So Turkey goes for the command grab here, trying to catch him as quickly as he could, but the breakaway does save him. And Turkey doesn't have the armor break. If he had armor break, it would have been game over. But because he's got the con cut for combo extension, no armor break, Curbo's allowed to live. PlusFrames again. Gets caught. Not your turn, sir. And Turkey takes game 1. So continuing that streak, that momentum from his game versus FullAuto, and now he's continuing to carry on into this Curbo set. Curbo, though, hasn't had a chance to warm up. We'll see if that ends up being a factor here as we continue to move through. Because Curbo still could just need some time at the sticks, right? Just need to, like, oh, okay, I need to get used to this connection. I need to get used to Turkey's patterns. I haven't done a Cabal combo in 45 minutes. Let me go. Let me give my chance again.
Turkey wins this shit 6 games straight.
Wow.
So we're going to go to character selection here. And character-wise, I do not anticipate that we will ever be seeing Curbo switch off of Cabal. Curbo has been a Cabal player since MK9. Such a loyal Cabal player, in fact, that Cabal wasn't an MKX, neither was Curbo. Fuck this game. I actually don't know if that was his thoughts on it. I think he might have just been focusing on college. But, like, Curbolicious kind of took a bit of a hiatus. He's an incredibly strong player since MK9. You even see some of the facts that they have coming up on the screen about the players. Curbolicious' first victory was in 2013. That's so long ago compared to last weekend, which is when this is from. But he did take a bit of a hiatus there. But, you know, when Cabal's back, Curbo's back. And Curbo is an incredible Cabal player. So, going to be sticking it out with Cabal.
To everything like it's on PC. Or he's offline. 1-1-1.
Oh, man. All right, here we go. This is going to be damage. Turkey has breakaway. He does not spend it. Smart to not spend it, though. Cabal has one of the better armor breaks in the game. He's a character that can sort of go into his armor break more reliable than some other characters. Certain characters like Kung Lao, he has to do it from the air. Kitana has to do it from the air in certain variations. Noob Saibot has to do it from a specific normal. So if you see him do a normal that's not that normal, well, he can't cancel into that normal from that normal, so probably safe to break now. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, there are some characters that have breakaway or armor breaks that are not as reliable or on the slower side. Cabal is not one of them. So I don't blame Turkey for opting to hang on to that defensive meat. He'll choose to survive.
I thought that's where you were going with it.
Use it for something else, perhaps.
I wasn't going there. No. You were journeying into a different place. Yeah, Slayer was, you know what Slayer been doing in COVID during the quarantine period. Jesus.
Jeez, big jump kick.
Alright, back to the match. Oh, that's death.
Oh my god. Look at how far these jump-ins from Curbo go.
Match.
And not, like, look at this distance, dude. He was here. He jumps so far. It's right here. So he moves forward. Turkey moves backwards. He jumps from right here. But because he's playing Cabal and he's got the slight gas, he's able to hit him with his sword. Max range, dude. Curbo is the scariest Marth player you will ever meet. His tipper game is on point. He's catching people constantly with the tips of these swords. And when he gets those tip hits, he turns it into damage. It's not just, ooh, random jump in. No, man, it's a big jump in. It's jump in into air slide into another jump. Like, it is so good. Super strong stuff from Curbo. In fact, he's going to turn this into a fatal blow here. Now, it is total health, and was likely not going to be enough damage to kill anybody anyway, so Turkey is going to be all sorts of alive after this one. Oh, he tried for it. That was a bold play. Tried for the fatal blow there. I respect the concept, the idea there, perhaps looking to get Curbo looking to be too over-aggressive, too eager to finish him off, and, you know, get caught by a fatal blow, but not going to happen. So Curbo loses his fatal blow, gets the round. Turkey keeps his fatal blow, loses the round. Big crushing blow. Good start for round two. You see Curbo looking to just spend it all, though. He's cashing out early, quickly. Wants to get as much damage as he can. 35% before breakaway came through.
Give him like 10 more %.
And he's going to open him up with another throw. Fatal blow now available. Curbo is just so strong, though. And just all over the place, right? He jumps out, but he's right back in with that gas. That was jump back, gas in. Oh, no, wait, was that what that was? I think that was, yeah, jump back, gas in, and the distance that the gas covers is huge.
The question is,
he is all the way back here, and then he's all of a sudden he's in. Turkey's in his head like, I gotta chase this motherfucker. No, you don't. Here he comes.
Damn, man. All right.
Brutality, too, from Curbo. Never one to not style. Is there an opportunity to style? Curbo's taking it. And brutality is a good one, too. Quick, clean, brutal, as should be, per the namesake. Like, it's a good job. It's a good job.
This has been Turk 30 today.
So, Curbo just ties it up.
Veteran.
And back to character select. Turkey, dedicated to the Aztec. Haven't seen him really play anything else either, so I don't believe that we'll be seeing Turkey switch off of Kodal either. Variation-wise, same variations as well. Still got the con cut, so no armor break from Kodal. Still has the Grand Discus, so still going to have access to the plus frames, and still has the command grab. Alright, so what's the opening play? So far, Curbolicious has been all about aggression. About getting in there, about doing damage, about applying pressure. So my guess is that even if Curbo doesn't jump forward, he will move forward from a slight gas if he goes to the sky. Turkey, on the other hand, he's been a little bit more on the defensive, so I wouldn't be surprised if Turkey backs it up a little bit, tries to get to a more optimal range for that mid. Let's see what happens. Opening gambits. Here we go. Okay, he jumps away, and right there, that motherfucker fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. He's so tricky. Can't sneak one by me. I've been able to pause the game. I've been watching you for 40 minutes. I know what's going on. He jumps away, immediately jumps away, and then as soon as he's done jumping away, right before he hits the ground, changed my mind. I want in. And that would have caught if Turkey was trying to be aggressive. Turkey, though, like I also guessed, he was backing away. I told you Curbo's going to come forward. His opening move is going to involve forward movement. Forward movement's happening. So he tries to move in. Turkey's not there, and now it's PlusFrames. This is what Turkey wants, but it's Curbo, so he backs away. And now Turkey trying to apply a little bit of a zoning game here. I guess his approach or his sort of understanding of the match so far has been Curbo gets in, it's problematic, so let me try to slow the pace down a little bit. The other thing too is, in a war of attrition, every time that Curbo blocks anything, anytime he blocks any discus, any sword swing, it is permanent damage. And Kodal, he can actually heal some of that back, so he can kind of, you know, last a little bit longer if it does end up going into a long-range game. Look at the distance on this jump in though here. They are at, what would you call that? I would say that is full screen. Okay, now we're in half screen territory. Still in half screen, and he jumps in, the air slight gas, and he was way too close. Like, he had plenty of time to where his sword would have caught Kodal even back here. Like a whole body length behind, his sword would have caught. So, big damage. What's going on, 1kcam? Alright, armor break comes out, but Curbo just hopping all over the place. Goes in for the corner. Escape failed as well. It's actually somewhat curious that the escape failed on this one, and the only reason I say that is because Curbo threw him into the corner. So Turkey was teching to get thrown out of the corner, which doesn't often happen, but I mean, this is grand final, so with that many layers of the mind game, he might have been thinking that he knew that you knew that he knew that you know what I mean? Like, so just got it wrong that time. We'll see if that crushing blow ends up coming out. Of course, you can still tech again later on. Not going to happen here in round one, though, as Curbo's got enough damage to cash it out. Big numbers there from Curbo as well. And those combos involve a lot of that air slight gas. That air slight gas is such a great utility in multiple aspects. When you look at a lot of abilities, it seems rather like, okay, it does this. And it just does that, right? It, like, you know, Sub-Zero's cold shoulder hits people with his shoulder, and it's got a crushing blow, but it just does that. It doesn't have this like, oh yeah, you can also use it as crazy mobility, right? You know, Noob Saibot's teleport just extends combos, etc. But this move extends combos and is incredible air mobility, and air mobility is incredibly powerful in this game, as we've seen from other characters with good air mobility, like Jackie, and Fujin as well even, right? Fujin's been a character that's been really strong in the right hands as well. So anybody that can kind of take to the skies, and you can do other shit from it as well. Combo extension on top of that, which, speaking of, the three characters I mentioned, Fujin and Jackie, their air stuff is also combo extension on top of mobility. So it's got that, you know, best of both worlds. Here's the crushing blow, and this time around, Turkey thought that he was going to get thrown into the corner. So he was like, oh shit, okay, so he's in my head, he's reading that I'm reading it, so I need to read that he read that I'm reading it, and I'm gonna tech the right way, or the out of the throw, or whatever, and he got it wrong. He just guessed wrong. And now it's gonna be 30% here. Clean 30 for Curbo. Momentum as well, nice little life lead, and you see Turkey trying to back away, but it's Cabal, it's air slight gas. He is in there if he wants in there.
This is pretty big.
Sunlight, that's huge. Nice punish.
That's
gonna be big.
This might be dead.
Good punish on that. Curbo doesn't have breakaway either. This isn't gonna be quite the kill, but it's gonna be such a healthy life lead for Turkey that he's not gonna have too much more to worry about. Of course, one more stray hit is gonna be curtains here. Fatal blow available for Curbo. Poke coming out. Flawless block attack from Curbo. That is so scary. When somebody flawless blocks your offense, it's such a rattler for you, because now you're second guessing your own turn, right? It's bad enough when you're talking about Cabal, who's constantly taking his turn. It's hard to find your moment to attack, and then when you finally do find your moment to attack, your opponent blows it up with a flawless block. It feels rough. Like, it feels like okay, so I gotta block all day, and when I'm not blocking, I gotta not push buttons because that gets me killed too. What am I supposed to do? Could be tough out there. So Curbo takes the lead, 2-1 over Turkey, and we'll see what happens in game 3. Curbo definitely looking really strong there, though, in that one. We'll see if Turkey's got an answer. So this is game 3. Variation making his choice. Looks like he's debating between some totems there, although when we get to the loading screen, we will see that he's just going with the same variation we've been seeing all night from Turkey. He's got the con cut for combo extension, grand discus for plus frames, and command grab for combo ender, and as well as tick throws. It's great for the damage buff that it gives. Like, there's a lot of good reasons to take the command grab. Every time I find out that a Cabal or a Kotal player has the command grab, I'm never like, why are you taking the, you know what I mean? Like, it's oh, okay, makes sense. Why wouldn't you, right? There are Kotal players that don't use it, seen it before for sure, but often if it's on a build, there's not many reasons to question it. Man, look at this here. Curbo is all over it, and this time making the right mind game. You throw your opponent out of the corner when you have them cornered, and they anticipate that you're going to try to keep them cornered, so they go to tech it that way, and Turkey ends up getting the tech failed because he got thrown out of the corner. So Curbo now has that 30% crushing blow queued up, and look at the life bars. It will kill if he gets the connection with it.
Stop testing this man.
Do not test this man. Don't
Nice, a little back and forth here, but Turkey has so much life. Dude, look at how far he went. Turkey thought it was safe to throw a projectile. He's only at full screen. Why wouldn't he? Look at how far he is. This is an eternity between them. He jumped from here. And then he's in. Gotcha, bitch.
Turkey's gotta calm down here. Turkey has gotta calm down. You can tell he's flustered.
Cabal's ability to close the gap with that air slide gas is so powerful. Where if you don't have something that controls the skies as well, like for example, Cetrion's Tornado. Cetrion's Tornado is tall enough that it'll hit him out of the sky. Or Cetrion's Boulder, if you're not taking the Tornado, she might throw an up boulder, will make them maybe hesitant to jump up there to try to jump over it. But for the most part, a lot of characters are just like dead in the water there. You cannot throw shit at Cabal. Look at this huge life lead here for Cabal as well. One throw away. He should still have that crushing blow queued up.
Wall is blocking everything.
So many false blocks. He just chases him down, forces him to get the big whiff on the string. Which, if you whiff these strings as Kotal, that's a lot of recovery. And look at this, even some teabagging coming through. It isn't able to kill, gets clipped by a fatal blow even. Curbo played with his food. We'll see if it costs him. If Turkey takes this, that's going to be huge. Turning this round around is going to be such a big confidence boost and a message to Curbo to not fuck around. But there it is. The breakaway saves him. No armor break. And Curbo takes it 3-1 over Turkey. No mercy. Just fatals. Just kills.
Damn, and that's what it is, dude. That's how it goes. FullAuto and Curbolicious are your Week 6 champions, man.
Shout out to Curbo.
Concludes, man. Turkey.
So it sounds like they just said that was week 6. So the week 6 champs, Curbo and FullAuto.